Hey guys, Grubby Raccoon here today, and I have a slightly small, slightly large Blu-ray update. It is November 1st. I was hoping I would have gotten this video done a little bit earlier, but things happen. I was hoping that I could have actually uploaded this on October 1st, or not 1st, 31st. But it is now November 1st. Hopefully I will have this uploaded in a couple of days. Hope you guys have enjoyed the few updates that I have done. We're kind of at a weird angle right now because I am got cords hooked up currently to my phone. So I can't have it. Normally it's like over there. And there's just, I just can't. And I don't want to wait a while for my phone to charge. But yeah, you can kind of see movies right there. Well, actually, right there. I don't know why I'm pointing over there. Right there. But yeah, so let's dig in. I do have a couple of videos planned, but we'll talk about that after this update. So, recently Amazon had some titles go down to about $5.99. And $6.99, so I picked up a few titles. Let's save the horror one for last. So I picked up a couple of comedies, 3 comedies here. The first one being Old School with Luke Wilson, Will Ferrell, and Vince Vaughn. I'm collecting all the Will Ferrell films currently, slowly but surely. Because I've really enjoyed recently just a resurgence of Will Ferrell. I've been enjoying him, and I like Vince Vaughn. Luke Wilson is kind of hit or miss. I don't really recall anything super fantastic that he's done, but that doesn't mean he hasn't. But I haven't seen this one yet, so we'll check out soon. This is based off of a recommendation from a buddy of mine, Mike. Got Weekend at Bernie's. This one was $4.99. This one was a pretty cheap one. Although I got it, my poor buddy Mike, he got a couple of movies in with scratch discs, and I think one of the movies, the disc was snapped in half. Really unfortunate. Mine are in pretty good condition from what I saw. So it wasn't that one. Maybe it was the last one. I think maybe it was Old School. I keep wanting to call it Old Dogs, but that's a different movie. I think that's the one with Tim Allen. Yeah, mine just have like little scuffs. They're not even scratches. They're just like little smudges. It's probably from the printing press. But anyway, Weekend at Bernie's. Andrew McCarthy. I always want to say Matthew McConaughey. I don't know why. Jonathan Silverman. I haven't seen this title yet. He recommended it. We were on the phone talking about, should we pick things up? Because Black Friday is right around the corner. So it's super hard to not want to pick things up. But I picked up a few things. Only when they're cheap, though. Only when they're cheap. That's my only rule right now. Well, I mean, I really should only do that anyway. We got here, I was hoping this would have came with a code, but it didn't. That's okay. It is Family Man with Nicolas Cage. Yes, this is a movie that I've only seen 1.5 times, and the first time I watched it, I didn't catch the first like 30 minutes. It was on TV, and so I was just watching it along, and because there's a point where they comment about him maybe being an alien, so I legitimately went through this entire film assuming that Nick Cage was an alien, and I feel like that makes the movie so much more weirder and maybe slightly better. But yeah, no, this is a really good film. Maybe one of my higher, more favorited Christmassy films. Jack Campbell is a single wealthy Wall Street trader living the high life in New York City. All that magically changes one winter morning when he wakes up in suburban New Jersey next to Kate, the girlfriend he left 13 years ago. He's now got 2 kids. He's traded his Ferrari for a minivan, and he's trying not to lose his mind. Yeah, no, I love this. I love this film, and I like Nick Cage, so I had to pick that up. Hopefully, we'll get to watch it this Christmas. I'm starting to wind down on a lot of what I've watched. In fact, the only killer is something that I picked up in this update that's right there. We'll get to that in a second, but I've actually have seen all of my horror movies minus this one set, which I'm currently pushing through, and Cannibal Holocaust, which I'm going to be watching with my uncle in a couple of weeks. And then I will have, actually in a week, and then I'll have seen all of my horror films, and I will be caught up, and I'll have about like 60 titles to pound through. I shouldn't say pound, to sit back and enjoy. A lot of them are comedies, so I'm in for a ride. Anyway, the last $6 title I picked up was Creepshow. Creepshow is a pretty good movie. I hadn't seen it when I picked it up, so it was a blind buy. I really almost didn't want to pick it up because I didn't want to pick up another horror movie because I'm drained on horror. I've seen way too much. I've binged way too much. I need a break, but I also want to be done. I want to have seen all my horror films, so I'm pushing through. That's why I really kind of didn't want to have picked this particular title up, but I did sit down. I watched this Halloween morning, so I watched this yesterday morning for the first time, and I am glad that I picked it up. I'm glad that I own it in the collection. It's a fantastic film. I just got the bare bones. I don't really need the Scream Factory. I'm on a budget, and that's just how it is. That's okay with me though. I'm happy to have a lower key version. Maybe if it's ever cheaper, I'll pick up that. But this does it for me. I'm not really interested necessarily in all the extras, and I've just got the movie, and that's okay. And I liked it. So the big kicker. Do a slight unboxing. Hope I didn't just scuff that. I've been waiting for this set to show up for a good price, and it finally showed up for like $60. And that is, or $70, and that is the classic Universal Monster movie box set. Here's all of the. Here's all of the. If it focuses, here's all the films. It's a wonderful set. Hopefully, I didn't just crack something. Anyway, all the Dracula movies. This set includes Dracula, Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. I've seen the first three. I've seen Dracula, Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula. I really like Dracula. The other two are all right. Then the next one is the Wolfman collection with the Wolfman, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. I watched Wolfman. I did enjoy it. House of Dracula, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Werewolf of London, which I recently watched, and She-Wolf of London. I've actually, fun fact, I haven't seen any, so anything that I say I've watched has actually been recently. I have not seen any of these films, so I'm seeing them for the first time over the course of the next week. I've watched like 3 today. They're super easy to watch, because so far all the movies that I've watched, the longest one's been like an hour and 20 minutes, so they are a breeze to get through. The next up is The Mummy with The Mummy, Mummy's Hand, Tomb, Ghost, Curse, and Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy. We got the Invisible Man collection with The Invisible Man, The Invisible Man Returns, Invisible Woman, Invisible Agent, The Invisible Man's Revenge, and Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man. We got the Frankenstein set with Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Then we got Creature from the Black Lagoon with Creature from the Black Lagoon, Revenge of the Creature, and The Creature Walks Among Us. This is one that I'm watching them in release order, and this is one that I've been wanting to sink my teeth into, but it's towards the end of the box set run. And then finally we have I believe this is the remake of Phantom of the Opera because it's the colored one. But yeah, boom. Well, here I'll also include all the other titles. Boom. But I had some issues with, so I contacted Amazon about, oh, and also this included the, I don't know, there's a little green mark on there. I don't know if that's supposed to be there. And it includes a little booklet talking about, I think, a little bit about the actors and some of the films in the set. But yeah, I was looking at it. I didn't really show you. Yeah. And then the box. But anyway, with that set, it was $70. It was $69.99. I purchased it, got it in the mail the next day, and they shipped it in a box. They didn't put any protection over the product, over the box in a bigger box. So it was just rattling around, and the UPS guy just kind of dropped it off, and I don't know, there's some dings on the box. I was a little unhappy, so I contacted Amazon. Obviously, it's always like, do you want a refund, or do you want to send it back, get a refund, or send it back, get a new thing in the mail? And I was like, no, I want to talk to an actual associate, because I wanted to tell them that, hey, the packing for it was not acceptable. Had it been any dinged up, I would have definitely requested a exchange of sorts. But it's like, I've checked all the discs looks fine. The cases, I think there's one that has a slight crack, and the box was just slightly dinged up, nothing major. But I was like, hey, I feel like a lot of this probably could have been, I mean, perhaps some of it occurred before it ever hit the shipping, before it ever hit the box and shipped out. But there's also a good chance that it could have been caused due to shipping, due to poor packing. And the person, the associate, actually responded with, we're really sorry for that. We're going to issue a complete refund. So I managed to get the whole set for free, which I kind of feel a little guilty for, because that was not my intention at all. I just wanted them to do a better packaging job, because when I get something that might be a little harder to find, or something like if I got like Doctor Who, like recently I got the third Doctor series. What if the third Doctor season set, what if that came in the mail and it got cracked? Because right now they're like, or at least for a little bit, maybe not right now, but when I did get it in the mail, I looked and it was already like to the point where it wouldn't ship out for a month or two, because they needed to get more in stock. Well, what if that was the case where that got put in a box and it rattled around and it cracked and it broke, and I would have been SOL for a decent copy, because I would have had to wait 2 months from Amazon. So that's all I was getting at, and they managed to just refund me. But I'm really hoping my complaint gets pushed forward, because I just want the product to be better packaged. Obviously, I'm buying it because I want it. I'm not buying it to make a sleazy deal out of it. So I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got. I mean, these all came in fine, so obviously I didn't complain. I got them because I wanted them. But yeah, that's my haul. I do kind of actually have a couple of videos planned. I'm going to do my animated movies that I'm pointing to down there. I plan on doing a complete animated collection. I'm not going to include the anime, but to be fair, I don't think I've purchased any anime since maybe the last time, so there's really, minus one Yu-Gi-Oh movie, there's really no point in even including the anime. So I'll do a complete animated Blu-ray / slightly DVD collection. I'm pretty excited to do that, to sit and talk about things that aren't horror. Otherwise, I've got another update. Hopefully I can get it done before Black Friday, because it involves UK TV shows that are shipping from the UK that I purchased on eBay. So I'm hoping that they come in before. My mouth is dry. I'm hoping that they come in before Black Friday, so that way I can do that video. Because I'm literally waiting on like 2 items from that far away. So hopefully they don't take too long to get in. That way I can have the complete animated collection, a UK update, UK Blu-ray DVD update, because it's British TV shows. And then I will be doing a Doctor Who complete collection, hopefully this month. That's one thing I'm really looking forward to doing. Just waiting on one title to show up. If I'm from America, so I'm sure you can guess what that one title is. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. I'm just kind of rambling on, spinning in my swivel chair for no apparent reason. And then Black Friday. I have a ton saved up for it, so I am super duper pumped. Yeah. Yeah. So please comment below. Let me know, what do you guys think of these titles? I'm always happy to discuss down below, and I'll always see you guys in the next video. So until next time, guys, adios.